Spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30+.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Power football with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An 84-yard drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll run play action. Getting some heat. Fires on the run. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you...
And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Off play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's right on target. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Pulls it in. It's hot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his man, and they convert. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oregon 7, Florida Atlantic 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's got the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
It's complete. Now on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. To catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that drive covered 40 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being...
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man quickly. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Using the quick game. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. The quick out. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He's got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and you're like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 5 teams duking it out right now, man, and check this out. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 7 over Penn State. The landscape of college football will change dramatically with the outcome of this one, and we will keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ducks!
Touchdown, Oregon.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And
they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Bounced off his feet.
this is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Spits it out to the back. The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Owls with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll do it himself. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Got to be smart, patient. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They think there's room to run to the right here. The Ducks pick up the 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Coming after it. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Finds a man on the right. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks have moved it inside the 20. It's reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out. And the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Fires to the tight end. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but he got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Get set.
Looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going deep. Brings it in down the left side. Afterburners coming. Touchdown Ducks. And the route is on.
Number 7.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
38. Florida Atlantic 15.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's looking to throw it. He's going for it all. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 38, Florida.
First down to start the drive after the break.
42 Spider.
They'll run the counter. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
45, Florida Atlantic 15.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on second down. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. He's got him wide open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. The aerial assault continues. Feeling some... Oh, it's loose! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Keeps it going. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.